Next, we will walk through a case analysis of goal completion to help you understand and master the core workflow and key operations of the Indicator Center. First, let me briefly introduce the case background. Assume you are a data analyst at a company, tasked with performing a sales target achievement analysis. You need to analyze indicators such as each salesperson's monthly sales, sales target achievement rate, year-on-year sales target achievement rate, year-to-date cumulative sales, and year-to-date cumulative sales target achievement rate. A bus matrix has been prepared as follows. In this matrix, rows represent different business processes, while columns represent public dimensions. An X in a cell indicates that the business process is related to this dimension. Based on this established bus matrix, we can structure the business-wide table into the following dimension and fact tables. These include a sales personnel dimension table, a date dimension table, a sales target fact table, and a contract fact table. Next, we need to proceed with data analysis in the Indicator Center. First, the Indicator Manager must add the aforementioned dimension and fact tables to the data directory. Now let's go to the data directory in the main BI interface. First, create a new folder and name it Analysis of Goal Completion. Then upload the 2 dimension tables and 2 fact tables we mentioned earlier into this folder. You can upload them in batch. After that, verify the contents of each table to ensure they are correct. Then simply click OK. In the data directory interface, you can also preview the contents of the respective tables. With this, we have completed the upload of the foundational data tables. Next, we need to proceed with data modeling in the Model Management section. First, navigate to the Indicator Center, then enter Model Management. In Model Management, create a new model view and name it Analysis of Goal Completion. Then add our 4 foundational tables to this model. After that, we need to establish dimension tables and define the relationships between the tables. The relationships typically involve linking dimension tables to fact tables in a one-to-many relationship. As for how to establish these relationships, we should refer to the bus matrix we discussed earlier. In the bus matrix, we can see that both the contract fact table and the sales target fact table are related to the date dimension and the salesperson dimension. Therefore, I will first establish a relationship from the date dimension table to the contract fact table. Their connection is based on the date field with a one-to-many relationship pointing from the dimension table to the fact table. Similarly, I will create a relationship between the date dimension table and the sales target fact table, using the same date field as the link. Next, I will establish a relationship between the salesperson dimension table and the contract fact table, using the salesperson's English name as the key field. This is a one-to-many relationship with the dimension table pointing to the fact table. Finally, I will create a relationship between the salesperson dimension table and the sales target fact table, linked by the English name field, also with a one-to-many relationship. At this point, our model has been fully constructed, and the next step is to create dimensions and indicators. First, we will create the dimensions. As we can see from the bus matrix, there are 2 common dimensions, a date dimension and a salesperson dimension. Based on our analysis requirements, the analytical dimensions involve various indicators for each salesperson on a monthly basis. Therefore, we need to create 2 dimensions, one for year-month from the date dimension table, and another for salesperson, derived from the English name column, in the salesperson dimension table. Now let us navigate to the Dimension Management section within the Metrics Center. First, we'll add a folder named Analysis of Goal Completion to help organize our dimensions. Then click Add Dimension and name it according to our first dimension, date year month. which comes from the year-month field in the date dimension table. It is helpful to include the dimension definition in the data description for future reference. Next, we can directly click Formula and select the year-month field from the date dimension table. The Formula Editor interface allows for data validation. By clicking Preview Data, we can confirm that the data displays correctly. Then click OK. This completes the creation of the common date year-month dimension. Now let us create the Salesperson dimension using the same method. Simply locate and drag the English name field from that table into the editor. And similarly, you can preview the data in the Dimension Preview interface. With that, the dimensions have been successfully created.